Yes, so welcome to yet another edition of Ipman Today on your favorite television station, the NTA. And of course, this is the largest network in all of Africa. This is Ipman Today, the flagship advocacy television show of Ipman. On today's edition of The Verdict, the national president of Ipman will be talking to us about all we need to know concerning the new price regime regarding PMS in Nigeria from Ipman's point of view, and also what have been the key details between the Dangote refinery and Ipman. Remember, recently we heard Nigerians got information that Dangote refinery is about to begin direct supply of PMS to Ipman. What are those core details? All of this you get to hear on The Verdict. Right after the conversation with the national president on The Verdict, I'll take you over to Lugbe in Abuja, where we'll bring you a conversation I had with the manager of Nipco Gas. Yes, we all know that CNG is here to stay and CNG is here to succeed. But how well has Nipco Gas been offering dynamic services in terms of CNG to its numerous customers, to its numerous clientele? I'll bring you all you need to know from that special segment from Lugbe in Abuja, where we had this beautiful conversation with some persons and the manager of Nipco Gas in Lugbe, Abuja. From Lugbe in Abuja, we'll go over to the Ipman headquarters in Abuja, where we'll see the highlights of the formal inauguration of the National Monitoring Surveillance Team on illegal oil bunkering, smuggling, pipelines vandalism, adulteration of petroleum products, and other sharp practices, otherwise known as the Ipman National Task Force. Of course, the Ipman National Task Force was set up to ensure that they collaborate effectively well with every security agency in Nigeria to nip all these sharp practices in the bud and upscale Nigeria's oil production. We'll round up the show with CNG roundup by Tetraco Energy Group. The guest will be Olayinka Akinoshu. Now, he's the head of corporate finance at the Tetraco Energy Group and is bringing to us all we need to know concerning funding strategies to unlock Nigeria's gas potentials. This is Ipman Today. My name is Afamokone. I'll be back right after this short break. Don't touch your remotes. Welcome back from that short break. Right now, let's go over to The Verdict with the national president of Ipman. Everything you need to know concerning the new price regime of PMS in Nigeria and the core details between Dangote refinery and Ipman. Let's go now, The Verdict. Hello, you're welcome. This is The Verdict, and I'm sure you've been itching to know exactly what has transpired the whole of last week into this week concerning Ipman. Mr. President, you're welcome to The Verdict on Ipman Today.
Welcome.
I mean, Ipman has been in the news the whole of last week, and just recently into the weekend, Ipman has been on the front burner of the headlines across the country. What exactly has been happening between Ipman and Dangote refinery, sir?
Well, before we come to the issue of Dangote refinery, first of all, let's talk about the new recent changes of the price.
Pump price.
Pump price.
Go ahead, sir.
So, the pump price recently has changed. We get a sudden change of pump price by the NNPCL. And immediately when we go through the template, we come to understand that there is no justification in the change of price. And God so kind, the DGSSS, Mr. Ajayi, intervened to the issue, whereby he calls the attention of the NNPCL, retail, and Farouk, authority for NNDPPRA,
Okay.
to make sure that our issues are being resolved. And due to his intervention, it comes to a situation whereby the NNPCL Limited, they have to reduce their price to independent petroleum marketers in both Lagos, Calabar, Port Harcourt, and Warri.
Okay.
So actually, we are happy with what he has done. And
That's DGSSS now.
DGSSS, we are happy with what he has done. At the same time, Farouk promised that he will pay the independent petroleum marketers the outstanding debt in PEF to the tune of 10 billion naira.
Okay. Is that the total outstanding remaining, or just
Actually,
part
it's
of
not. It's part of it.
Okay.
But he too he showed concern to the hardship which the independent petroleum marketers are inside. And the same thing the NNPCL promised us, by this week, they will make sure that they loaded all our outstanding tickets, and which we have been following, and the marketers has already started loading.
And the DGDSS was instrumental in solving
yes,
all of
it's
these
instrumental
problems.
of solving all these problems. So that is the reason why actually we recommend him seriously due to his intervention, because he helped Nigerians and he helped independent petroleum marketers too.
So do you mean now that Ipman members will sell fuel at the pump price lower than before now?
Yes, quite all right. You know, no matter how small, even though the reduction is not much, but no matter how the reduction is, it will determine an impact to the way we sell our product to our filling station.
Okay, so let's come back now to the issue of Dangote and Ipman. What has been happening, sir?
Well, in fact, the issue of Dangote is a welcome development, because now we have started discussing with his management team on the way forward on the business. Because, you know, we went the way NNPC is taking their product direct through Dangote, we went independent petroleum marketers too to start taking their product direct. Because that is the only way the issue will be solved. And all this issue of scarcity and the higher cost of the product, provided that independent petroleum marketers, we are getting our product direct through Dangote, definitely you will see change in price and you will see availability of the product. So we have a good relationship today together with Dangote. We have started interacting, and very soon we are going to start the business together.
Is there any specific time to when we'll exactly see when Ipman will begin to lift fuel directly from Dangote refinery? Is there an exact time frame?
Well, in fact, there is no exact time, but the time will soon come. It will not take a longer time, but I cannot tell you a specific time that we are going to start. But the most important thing, we have started interacting.
Thank you so much for being on the verdict with us today. What are your last words before we call it a wrap on this segment?
My last word, let's support the present government, because President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been doing his best to make sure that the economy of the country has improved. So I'm appealing to our independent petroleum marketers, let us try as much as possible and support this program so that we can be able to have a good Nigeria, because we doesn't have any country apart from Nigeria.
Ipman Today continues right after this short break. Don't touch your remote. Yes, we need to do all our best to support the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to ensure successful policy implementation at all levels. Right now, I'll take you to Lugbe in Abuja, where I had this wonderful conversation with the manager of Nipco Gas. It might interest you to know that 1 liter of PMS is the same as 1 SCM of CNG. Now, let's say you're driving 10 kilometers. It will take you 1 liter of PMS. Now, the same drive time of 10 kilometers will take you 1 SCM of CNG. And guess what? The price per liter of PMS is about 1,000 naira. The price per SCM of CNG is just 230 naira. Now let me bust the bubble a little bit. Now at 230 naira, that is the price from Nipco Gas, because Nipco Gas is doing all they can to ensure that the Nigeria gas expansion program succeeds and that Nigerians everywhere key into CNG. They are doing this to support the federal government of Nigeria. So Nipco Gas, kudos. Now do the maths. You spend about 1,000 naira plus on 1 liter of PMS. You're spending 230 naira on 1 SCM of CNG. If you do the maths, you see basically that CNG is cheaper. Let's just go back to the conversation I had with the manager of Nipco Gas, and I'll be back. Okay, now forget about the height differences, okay? It's my show. My name is Afam. This is my guest. So what's the name, please?
Ayola Sunday.
Okay, Ayola Sunday, and he's the
manager, Nipco Gas, Abuja.
Yeah. Manager, Nipco Auto Gas in Abuja. Now, where is this place? Where is it located? Because people are wondering, is this place in Kapachano? Where? Just tell us where exactly this place is.
This station is actually located along the airport road in Abuja.
Along the airport road in Abuja. And what exactly is happening here? What do people come here to do? I can see so many vehicles queuing up there and some cars also on queue here. What is happening here?
Okay, like you can see, this is a CNG station.
Okay.
And also attached is also a CNG conversion workshop
Cool.
where conversion takes place.
Conversion is happening right behind us, and I've seen a lot of cars queuing up for conversion.
Yeah.
I think maybe after these 2 cars, I'll just bring mine. Can I also convert mine?
Oh, very well, very
Free
well.
of charge?
Very well, very well. Not free of charge, of course.
Oh, no, come on. No, you just spoiled my day, but no problem, no problem. And now people are talking about...
For a token anyway.
For a token. Okay, just less than 50,000, I think. Yeah?
I don't know about that.
No, it's far more expensive than that anyway. Now, of course, this is Ipman today. I'm with Mr. Sunday, and he's telling us about CNG right here. And I mean, what has been the response to people concerning CNG right here at the station?
Yeah, with the current price of petrol now, the response and embracing CNG is tremendous.
Wow.
There has been an increase, and the awareness is getting to Nigerians now that there is need for them to adopt CNG. CNG is the future. There's no going back.
CNG is the future,
It's the future
of Nigeria.
There's no going back.
So how much do you guys sell your CNG? How much is it exactly?
Well,
And how do you call it? Because, you know, in PMS, we call it per liter.
Per liter, okay.
So how do you define it in CNG?
okay, CNG is actually measured in standard cubic meters.
Standard cubic meter, that's
SCM.
SCM. Okay, go ahead.
SCM. And the cost of one SCM is about 230 naira.
230 naira. Why
230
PMS is over 1,000?
Over 1,000 naira.
Wow.
Over 1,000 naira.
230 naira.
230
So
naira.
how much does it take to fill my gas tank, so to say?
For an average storage cylinder of 65 liter water capacity, it costs about 3,500.
3,500 naira.
To fill.
Only.
And
Only.
if you drive the car for over 150 kilometers.
That's about maybe 4 days, depending on how you move and
Depending
where you go
depending on
to.
how you move, yes.
Yeah.
Depending on how you
So
move.
when you say 230 naira, right?
Yeah,
230 naira.
per SCM.
But that's very cheap. Is that the normal price?
Yes, it's relatively very cheap, but that is actually not the price.
Oh, that's not the price.
Yeah,
okay, so this price is Nipco price.
No, Nipco is actually doing what we call a little subsidizing,
Oh,
just to assist federal government initiative in driving the gas expansion program.
Wow.
To ensure that Nigerians will have gas at a very, very much cheaper rate. In the real sense of it, the actual price is quite higher than 230 naira.
wow.
But
Around 500 or
yes,
thereabout.
what Nipco is doing is trying to sell the price at lower price that is lower than the cost price, just to make sure the gas is available to Nigerians at that particular price.
Wow.
For Nigerians to have
So
access to
the
it.
price is very expensive.
It's quite expensive.
So
It's
Nipco
quite
is subsidizing it at 230
expensive.
naira.
At 230 naira, yes.
Wow. Just to make Nigerians happy
Yes.
and to support the federal government.
Exactly.
Wow, this is amazing. This is amazing.
Exactly.
Before we go on with this conversation, let's talk to some users, some car users of CNG, and let them tell us what they think about CNG. Let's go. Hello, we're still at Nipco Auto Gas Station right here on Lugbe Expressway, and I'm with this gentleman who just brought his vehicle to fill up CNG. Mr. What's
David,
your name again?
I'm David.
Mr. David.
Yeah.
Now this is Mr. David. I've never met him before. Have you met me before?
No.
Okay, we never met each other before, but you are here doing something. What are you here
That's
to do?
my car.
What are you here to do? Just tell
I'm
us.
here to refill my car.
Refill your car with fuel or diesel or what?
No, CNG.
CNG.
Yeah.
Why using CNG? I mean, tell us.
CNG is actually cheaper compared to fuel now. Since the
Okay.
increment of fuel is cheaper, and I see that it's a cleaner source of energy too.
Cleaner source of energy.
Yeah, because it burns very clean. There is no, carbon. Is it carbon monoxide also? Right?
Whatever they call it anyway,
Yeah,
but it's good for the
But
environment.
because since I started using CNG,
Yeah.
I discovered that after driving for like 5,000 kilometers, I still found out that my oil is still clean compared to fuel. When I was using fuel, I drive less than 3 kilometers with fuel, and I see that my oil will be very dirty and thick. Very well. So those are the numerous advantages of the CNG. But the challenges of CNG we have now is where to get it, because it's only 2 functioning stations now
In Abuja. Okay.
Meanwhile, we have about 4 or 5 stations that have been commissioned.
Okay.
But it's only two that
are
is
operational.
operational.
Yes. Okay.
So those are the challenges.
Okay.
But
So you're calling on the government to make more centers
Exactly,
available.
exactly.
More
You
CNG
can
filling
see
centers
that it's a
available.
long queue.
But you love coming to Nipco CNG.
yeah,
So-
because
so-
it's even here. Here is cheaper because
Yeah, it's cheaper.
because
okay.
the one in NNPC.
No, the one in another place.
Yeah, and
is
other
more expensive.
Yeah.
But the one in CNG,
Nipco is cheaper.
on Express Road, Lugbe,
Yeah, it's
is
cheaper.
very cheap and affordable.
And it has more pressure.
That's more pressure.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice. That's nice. So you love CNG.
Yeah.
So how long have you been using CNG on your vehicle?
It's by next month, November, it will be exactly 1 year.
You heard
because
it.
I converted-
It'll be 1 year in November 2024. That means you did it in 2023 November.
Yes.
And there's been no hazard.
No.
No
I've not had
issue.
any issue.
No challenge.
I've not had any
Mr.
issue.
David, right?
Yeah.
Thank you for talking to us on Ipman today. Mr. Sunday, you just heard what people are saying. They say CNG is nice, CNG is beautiful, CNG is cheap, but the problem is availability. So what are your plans at Nipco to ensure that this complaint about availability is in the past?
We at Nipco, we are doing our best. We have plans, serious plans in place to ensure that we have more CNG stations around Abuja. We have two now. We have one here, the one in Cuba, and we have mapped out strategic locations inside the town and even in the station, Abuja extension. To have
like
CNG
Maraba,
Suleja.
So CNG is going to Maraba?
Mandala. Yes,
it's going to Mandala. That's not just CNG, Nipco Cng.
Nipco Cng is going to Maraba, as far as Maraba.
Wow, that's amazing.
We have plans on the way already.
Yeah. So for those of you who live in Maraba, for those of you who live in Suleja and Mandala and every other environment in Abuja, just know that Nipco Cng is coming to your location, and not just coming to your location, but coming to your location with cheap, affordable CNG at 230 naira. What is your message to Nigerians from Nipco Autogas, Nipco Cng? What is your message?
Yeah, for we at Nipco, we are encouraging Nigerians to continue to embrace this all important gas, to ensure that the economic value of what we spend on petrol is far reduced, and we can have a lot of savings. There's no going back. Convert your cars, continue to do conversion, convert your cars to make sure that you have CNG running on your vehicle. There's no going back. This is the future. Gas is the future of Nigeria.
Gas is the future of Nigeria. So if I were you, I'll key into CNG like today, and I'll bring my vehicle. It's only vehicles they do. What about bikes like Okada?
Yeah.
Three-wheelers
can be converted also.
Keke Napep.
The
ones they call Keke Napep. No, you said three-wheelers, but for your information, that's Keke Napep we're trying to talk about. So don't be deceived, don't be confused. Bring your Keke Napep, bring your Okada, that's your bike, bring your vehicle, your four-wheelers, bring your truck to Nipco Autogas and convert it. The workshop is over there just by my right. You'll see it. We'll take some shots about it. And then, apart from bringing your vehicles there to convert, bring your vehicles there to fill up your CNG, to refuel, that is. And CNG, Nipco Cng, that is coming to a location close to you. I'll go over now to oil and gas news, and from there, guess what? It will be a wrap on Ipman Today. My name is Afamukuni, and his name is
Ayola Sunday.
Keep watching Ipman Today. We'll be back. You're welcome back from that beautiful conversation I had with the manager of Nipco Gas right there in Lugbe, Abuja. There's no getting saying the truism that Nigerians everywhere should key into CNG. So if I were you, I'd key into CNG. Now, for those of you expressing worries concerning the safety of CNG, now the truth is this: only original CNG cylinders should be used. If you use inferior and spurious CNG cylinders, there might be an accident because of the high pressure of the CNG. So stick to original CNG cylinders. If you just stick to original CNG cylinders, there will be no accident hazard. Now, of course, so that means that you should get your vehicle converted at the original spot where you get the original CNG cylinders. Now, I'll move over to the headquarters of Ipman in Abuja, where I'll bring you the inauguration of the Ipman National Task Force. Let's go.
Because Nigeria is in our hearts. Why I'm telling you this is because everybody knows the situation on ground. You are a Nigerian, I'm a Nigerian. You know what is happening in Nigeria. You know how much we are buying fuel before. You know how much we are buying it today. We are going to collaborate with security agencies to make sure this smuggling of a thing go to 0 point. The reason is because a banditry will never have access to fuel without smugglers. And I'm sure everybody is aware of that, because who is taking fuel to them? There are people who smuggle fuels.
Well, you know, the task force, you know, as the bad name that we have been getting to the Nigerian populace, most of the people are thinking that we independent petroleum marketers were being involved. So by now, definitely when our task force started moving, all those people who are trying to sabotage the effort of the government, they will call to book. and they will know those people, they are not Ipman members, but they are just the general citizens that participate in illegal activities. So they will be called to book. That is why we make it mandatory to each and every state. We have 36 coordinators whereby they will checkmate and liaise and collaborate with the security agencies so that all these menace will go.
CNG roundup by Tetraco Energy Group will be next on your screen, and like I told you earlier, the guest is Olayinka Akinyoshu. He is the head corporate finance at the Tetraco Energy Group, and today's conversation will center on funding strategies to unlock Nigeria's gas potentials.
My name is Olayinka Akinyoshu. I'm head of corporate finance at Tetraco Energy Group. Gas infrastructure projects are capital intensive, and in recent times, a number of international financial institutions are beginning to move away from hydrocarbons generally, which has led to the Apple in Africa and the Afrexim coming up with the idea of an African energy bank. But to go to your question, and that's part of why we need to be resourceful in financing our projects. So we can look at models and mechanisms. So models, we have things like infrastructure funds, where we have the NIDF, the ARM Harith Fund. We have the Sukuk bonds. We can also do commercial, the capital market, domestic capital markets, whereby we find some of our domestic companies going into the capital market to raise bonds and commercial papers for things like working capital and all of that. We can use the pension funds are also available because there's a large pool of funds with them that we can also tap into. And then we can think about green bonds and all of that. So I'm talking about mechanisms that can be put in place. We also then have things like tax incentives. So reduction in VAT and import duties. We can offer tax holidays and all of that. That is available. Bringing it home, Tetraco Energy has an LNG project in view, and what are we looking at to finance it? It's simply a mix of equity and debt. Equity is our capital, which is pretty much sitting on our balance sheet, and we've used that. That covers areas of land acquisition, clearing, and some regulatory and licensing fees. And then the other part of it will be debt, which we've been reaching out, using our relationships, we're leveraging some DFIs and MFIs to raise the required debt capital for our equipment, construction, and civil and all other working capital requirements. So it's really, like I said, it's a mix of equity and debt, and that is what is going to take us there.
We've come to that part that I hate the most, the part where we have to draw the curtains on Ipman Today. Many thanks for watching. Remember, Ipman Today will be back same time next week at 10:05. Yes, at 10:05 like this on Mondays. And remember, there is a core need for us to ensure the successful implementation of the policies of the federal government of Nigeria as led by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So let's keep hope alive. Let's support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to make Nigeria great again. Yes, let's make Nigeria great again. This is Ipman Today. Many thanks again for watching. NTA will continue with the Sublime broadcasting, so don't touch the remote. My name is Afam Okwone.